You solve the puzzle. That's the part that should worry you. Every system that's ever controlled a population has needed one thing to work: obedience. And obedience is easy to get from people who don't think. So if you're smart, you're safe. That's what they need you to believe. Here's the trap. It's not censorship. It's not propaganda. Those only work on people who don't question things. It's something better. It's a trap built out of the very tool you're proudest of: your own mind. Give a smart person 100 variables, and they will find the 101st. That's not a flaw. That's the whole reason you trust your own judgment. So here's what the system learned. It doesn't need to stop you from thinking. It just needs you to keep thinking. Forever. Analysis. Nuance. Both sides. More research needed. Every one of those sounds like wisdom. And while you're still weighing the 9th variable, the person who never noticed there were 9 already took the job. Signed the lease, started the company. 1. This is the mechanism, not force. Friction. Your own pattern recognition turned into a treadmill. The smarter you are, the more comfortable the treadmill feels, because it's dressed up as thinking. So the answer is simple, right? Just act faster. Trust your gut. Stop overthinking. Take the leap. Become the person who moves instead of the person who analyzes. No, that's the second trap. Because stop thinking and just act is exactly how the impulsive get exploited too, just by a different predator. This was never analysis versus action. That's the choice they want you arguing about. The real trap isn't which lane you're in. It's that you think you have to pick a lane at all. Here's what actually breaks it. Not less thinking, not more thinking. A ceiling on thinking. Give every decision a deadline before you start deciding. Not I'll think it through. Instead, I have until Thursday, 6 p.m. Whatever I know by then is what I act on. This is called a decision deadline. It doesn't ask you to trust your gut over your intellect. It asks you to let your intellect work inside a container it can't escape from. The trap needed your thinking to be infinite, so the way out is just making it finite. You were never the target because you were weak. You were the target because your mind is powerful enough to be worth trapping. The system doesn't fear stupidity. It fears a smart person who knows exactly when to stop thinking and start moving. Set the deadline. Then watch what you're actually capable of. You want proof this isn't theory? Fine. Let's make it hurt a little. You've done this. Researching a $200 blender for 6 hours. Cross-referencing warranties. Reading the 1-star reviews twice. Because surely they know something the 5-star reviews don't. And the person who bought the average blender at 9 p.m. They've made pancakes 4 times already. You're still deciding if the 9th review was sponsored. This is the trap in its smallest form. Not a flaw in your judgment. A flood of it. And every extra hour spent perfecting a decision that's small is an hour the trap wanted from you for free. Now scale it up. 1999 houses a video rental company. 9,000 stores. Every strategic advantage a company could ask for. In 2000, a small mail-order DVD startup offers to sell itself to them for $50 million. Pocket change. The executives don't say no because it's a bad deal. They analyze it. They model the market. They study the trend lines, the margins, the risk. They do everything a brilliant strategist is trained to do. And while they perfect their analysis of a future that's changing underneath them, the small company they dismissed keeps shipping, keeps testing, keeps moving. No boardroom, no 100-slide deck, just motion. 10 years later, that company files for bankruptcy. The one they could have bought for the price of a rounding error becomes worth over 100 times more than they were. Same intelligence in that boardroom. Same access to every fact. They didn't lose because they were stupid. They lost because they never set a deadline on being right. So here's the only question that matters now. Not, are you smart enough? You already know you are. That was never the trap. The only question is whether you'll let that intelligence run forever, or whether you'll finally put a wall around it and let it build something. Set the deadline. That's the whole trick. That's the only trick there ever was. Sagascope, for minds too dangerous to leave unfinished.